Hey everyone, my name is Vince Palco, and I'd like to welcome you to another Marketing with the Godfather. Okay, so in today's episode, we are going to talk to you about phone decorum, phone etiquette when you are on the phone selling, when you're on the phone sharing with people what you do. Okay, and had a couple interesting calls, fun calls. And I've shared this with you in the past, and you've loved. I've gotten rave responses on one technique I use when I'm being passed off. Well, actually, not passed off. I'm trying to get through a gatekeeper, right? Someone at the desk. They're like, so-and-so's not. Let me check if so-and-so's available. I don't know if he's around. Let me check. Can I ask who's calling? And when I've told you about this in the past, I mean, I've gotten a lot of response, but basically my response is, yeah, tell him Vinny the Hitman Palco is calling. Vinny the Hitman Palco is calling. And that always gets a chuckle, and I kind of chuckle after that to get them to chuckle. And it gets me through. It gets me through to who I want to speak with. And it's always interesting when the person I'm trying to reach gets on, they're like, Vinny the Hitman Palco, or Vinny, Vince, how do we know each other? You act like we know each other. And that brings me to the next tip. So I called this gentleman, we'll say his name is John. But I get on the line, I'm like, John, hey, how's it going? And he goes, good. And I knew I had him at that point. I knew that he was struggling to figure out who this was. I go, John, you reached out to my company inquiring about marketing videos and what we do. I just had a couple minutes, thought I'd give you a shout. Does this time work for you? And before I say anything, he goes, well, Vince, you had me confused there. When you talked to me on the phone, you acted like we had known each other for a long time. I thought we were like longtime friends, or something to that effect. Bam! That's just how you want to start the call, people. You want that kindredship. You want that friendship. You want people to feel like they know you or you know them, and there's that connection. Okay? It's not by accident. Okay, so if any of you talk to me on the phone, you know I want to build rapport. I want to build a bond before we even start the conversation. So if I'm saying that, getting that response, that's exactly what we want before we even start the conversation. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? Yes. Okay, awesome. So between that and having a fun moniker, having a fun way to get past the gatekeeper or get the gatekeeper to laugh and get her on your side or him on your side, pull out all stops. And this goes back to the book I wrote in 2006, The Art of Selling Using Cartoons. You have to create, no one's going to sit and knight you. I knight you the Godfather of cartoon marketing, Vince. No one's going to do that. You got to do it yourself. And that leads me to the third tip of today. I was speaking to another gentleman on the phone, and he had his assistant in the background, super excited to hear more about what we do. And he says to his assistant in the background, he goes, yeah, I'm speaking to Vince. He's the Godfather of cartoon marketing. And I've heard this before. It's humbling, and I chuckle to myself. I've heard it at different shows we're at, marketing. It's like marketing shows of different kinds, but it's like, hey, you're Vince Palco. It's the Godfather. Look at him. So it's fun. It's fun, and people remember you, and it positions you at a higher level so that they're not just speaking to just anyone. Okay. So when you come to our website, you see the Godfather of cartoon marketing. It's a gimmick. Yeah, you got to have. I think there's some elements of truth to that because we've been around since 2005. We know a thing or five about cartoons, marketing, how to integrate everything, how to sell your product, your service. So it's almost like I've grown into that character. But there's nothing wrong with having a character to help define who you are, to help your customers, your prospects figure out who they're speaking with. So when you think about this gentleman, hey, I'm speaking with Vince, the Godfather, cartoon marketing. This is the guy who knows everything there is to know about. That's exactly what we want. It's a positioning thing. Okay? So use that in your business. Figure out what you can be the king of, what you can be the star of. I had another gentleman who's a good friend. And it's always like, when you go to these marketing shows and stuff, people get it. They get this approach. But when you're dealing with local folks and friends and family, they're like, what? So we redid his website. Excuse me. And he is in the boat canvas niche, if you will. So he recovers seat covers. He's expanded out to even past boats. But when we first started working together, I drew a cartoon of him, a real fun, playful cartoon of him, and essentially put it together. And I said, now, I've got the perfect moniker. I got the perfect phrase, perfect title for who you're going to be. He goes, what? I go, you're going to be the king of canvas. Is that? No, the king of boat canvas. Okay. So if you go to his website, you'll see he's the king of boat canvas. Why is that not? Hold on, one sec. I just want to get the exact title. They say memory is the first thing that slips after playing football all those years. Okay, so he's the Canvas King. Much better ring. I knew there wasn't the Canvas King is his name. So he's like, I don't know, Vance. I'm a humble guy. I don't know if I want, Bam. We put it up. A week goes by. 2 weeks go by. He goes, hey, Vinny. Texts me. He goes, this guy called me on the phone. He's looking for the Canvas King. He goes, is this the Canvas King? And I said, yeah, this is the Canvas King. And he started talking to him, having fun, and really being himself, pulling out his own personality and infusing it into that character. So you can have lots of fun with it. And that's what marketing is all about. And that's our mission that we started back in 2005. Have fun with your marketing. And at the same time, get people to understand complex value propositions, complex marketing promotions, all with the use of fun, engaging cartoons. I'm like, this is so in my wheelhouse. I love working with different business owners. The more complex, the better, because we can bring it to life in a fun, engaging cartoon, and it's awesome. It's great. So hope you enjoyed this video, and share it with friends and family. Share it with those that you know are in marketing that might need some tips on the phone or might need some positioning tools to help them grow their business. My name is Vince Palco. It's been a pleasure. And like us and follow us on Facebook. Like us and follow us on YouTube. All for now, and I'll see you next time.